morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we're going to be taking a look at some news stories. You see, we've got some really exciting promo cards that have been revealed, and we've got a new box coming out, which is looking pretty darn tasty. But first, we need to have a look at some patches. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. These were revealed by the lovely Stephen Kent over at Ludkin's Collectibles. And it seems that for the very first time, at the Team Up pre-releases, we're getting patches. Now, it seems like they are being sent out in packs to the pre-releases. And I've only heard of these going to the US at the moment. I've not heard of them outside of that. If you're outside the US and you have gotten hold of these, please do let me know. We can correct it all in the comment section. As it is, I've only heard of these from North American TOs, as is said by the Ludkin's Collectibles post. Now, this is big. This is the first time we've had any changes to the pre-release since these pre-release build and battle kits were introduced in 2016. That's where you get a couple of packs and you get the little kind of pre-made, well, it's not a deck per se, but it's a couple of evolution lines that help you to make a deck. The kind of thing you don't need in other card games, but you kind of do need in Pokemon. And generally speaking, what you get is 5 of the Charizard and Reshiram patch, and 5 of the Pikachu and Zekrom patch. And it seems to be, unless I've missed something, and if I have, comment section as always, that these are essentially given out at the TO's discretion. Because obviously if you've got 30 or 40 people coming to your pre-release event, and you've got 10 patches, you can't give everyone a patch, that's fairly obvious. And of course, the judges might want them, etc. So, you know, this seems a bit like what we would call in business test marketing. Or a product trial. You chuck a few out to a few TOs, see how they go and roll them out. Because I don't know how many of you know this, but over in the US, you got those build and battle kits earlier than we did in Europe. So you might have been doing the Fates Collide pre-release on those, but in the UK, we did the Fates Collide pre-release on half a dozen packs of cards. Just like we've been doing for a while. And this is in line with what Pokemon do. We've had pre-release sleeves in the past. If you ever get a chance, try and pick up the Lucario sleeves. They are legendary for being beefy. And we had deck boxes for a little while. We've had a whole bunch over the years, ladies and gentlemen. The point is, this is new and it's cool. I don't have very much to add. I love this. Will it carry on? I have no idea. Will this go outside of the US? I have no idea. Obviously, I hope so. And I have faith that it will, but it's one of those things we are going to have to wait and see. Either way, I'm a little bit excited. Now, we're also getting a Lucario and Melmetal Tag Team GX Box. News here brought to you by the lovely folks over at collectorscash.com. And it's coming out on the 14th of June 2019. And you are going to get a foil promo card of Lucario and Melmetal, an oversized Lucario and Melmetal promo, 4 booster packs, and a code card. So we've seen this time and time again. I mean, this was how Beware was released. But of course, over in Japan, they do have these alternate arts of all of these Tag Team GXs. So it does make sense that we would get some of these in boxes. And as always, these will be held out of the main set. So, whereas you can usually get the secret rare artwork in the set, for this particular one, you are unfortunately going to have to either buy the box or do without the alternate art. If you're okay with that, then cool. If you're not, then gutted. And Lucario and Melmetal seems like a fairly fun card. It's seen a little bit of play and a little bit of success over in Japan already. Probably the coolest thing about Lucario and Melmetal is that you've got the GX attack that for 1 colorless energy will reduce damage done to all of your metal Pokemon by 30 for the rest of the game. And if you've got 2 energy on there, you also discard all energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Now, for 2 colourless energy, you do 50 damage, search your deck for a metal energy and attach it, and then 2 metal, 2 colourless, 150 damage. Downside here really is that 150 is, especially with choice band rotating out, it's just not enough. Not unless you're hitting for weakness. Now, if you are hitting for weakness, great news. If you're not hitting for weakness, not terribly ideal, ladies and gentlemen. Not terribly ideal. It's a good Pokemon. It's seen play in Japan. It's seen success in Japan. And the great thing is, right, when it comes to these alternate arts, you don't need to do anything. You can either buy the box and get the alternate art, or you can just ignore it. Because the card's in the main set, and I love it when they do this. You've got the card in the main set, so you can pull it from the main set. Or you've got this box with alternate artwork, so you can just go ahead and buy it if you want it, but it's not the same artwork. I think this is a great way to deal with this stuff, and I am 100% all in favour of it. And I want to finish this video talking about some promo cards that we're getting, because we have had a whole bunch of promo cards revealed that, quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, make me rather happy indeed. It has been revealed that the new regional promo is going to be Cynthia. And I don't need to tell you at this stage that Cynthia is one of the very best cards in the format. When it was released, this does come from Top Cut Events over on Twitter, incidentally. And when this was initially revealed, Cynthia that is, it got moderately expensive moderately quickly. Because it's great. You shuffle your hand into your deck and draw a new hand of 6 cards. And the thing is that when we were heading towards last rotation, one of the huge questions was, what are we going to do about all of our draw cards? Because we were losing both N and Professor Sycamore, so everybody was rightly quite concerned about the fact that we were losing our draw power, and people didn't know what we were going to do. And then Cynthia came out, and we were all like, we're cool. But it got quite expensive. Now, Cynthia has since turned up in a theme deck, so that's kind of cool, because it means that did bring the price down quite nicely. But it also means that now that we've got this regionals promo, the card as a whole should be going down in price because there's just more of them out there. Now, to be perfectly clear, the regionals promo, I mean, obviously got the full art Cynthia, but outside of that, the regionals promo is going to be fairly sought after. Because, I mean, initially, when everyone goes to the regional championships, there's going to be loads of them and it's going to be great. And then they're going to stop giving them out. And then time is going to pass. And at that stage, they're going to probably start going up in price. But there's going to be a whole bunch of people that use the regional promo Cynthia, which means that they're not going to need all their regular Cynthia, which then puts more regular Cynthias back onto the market. And frankly, ladies and gentlemen, this can only be a good thing. You can look at this 2 ways. Either, yay! Now there's more Cynthia, so that's going to drive the price down a little bit, or, yay! Now there's a fancy new Cynthia we can go ahead and use. And then finally, Yo Man You over on Burbank City Gym, the Facebook group, has revealed some of the new promos that we're going to be getting. And they are going to be Enhanced Hammer, and they are going to be Ace Roller. Now, you've got the Enhanced Hammer, which is your league promo you get for rocking up to league. And then you've got Ace Roller, which is your League Challenge promo that you get for coming top 4 that is printed with 1st, 2nd, 3rd or 4th. If anyone's wondering about the artworks, these are artworks which have previously been released in Japan. And we do very often get these as League promos. You will notice that they are both alternate art, and that is very important. Both of these are rotating out when we get to the rotation on August the 15th. Enhanced Hammer gets rid of special energy, it's a pretty good card. Ace Roller lets you pick up a damaged Pokemon, and all cards attached to it, especially in the age of Tag Team GXs, where you're giving up free prizes, but you've got huge HP. Ace Roller is an amazing card that we see as a one-of in most Tag Team GX decks, at least, so that if your opponent is about to get a KO, you can go and stop them. If these were being kept in the format by these promos, there would be huge news. As it is, they're kind of cool. They're nice alternate artwork. They'll be alright until August, and then they'll be good and expanded. But the fact of the matter is, these are still cards that are rotating out. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the news for today. Some lovely new promos, patches, and a new box coming out. I'd like to know what you think about all of this news, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section. So go nuts, but please do remember the rule. Be nice, would you? And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. And please do make sure you're checking out youtube.com/WassyPlays, where we talk about games that don't have Pokemon in. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.